What's up, guys? What's up, Less Lethal community? Today I'm doing a video a little bit different than my previous video, which was a review of the Grimburg Carry. Today, this video is, as you can see in the title, it's more about how I got into Less Lethal, my general thoughts on Less Lethal, the community, where things are heading. And I'm also going to show you what launchers I currently have, starting with the first one that I ever got, leading up to the most recent one that I received. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into things, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about me and some stories surrounding my Less Lethal journey. So anyways, the very first Less Lethal launcher that I ever purchased is this one right here. This is the Umarex T4E HD something. I cannot remember the exact model name, but I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with this one. I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos online of this one. And you know what? Like, when I bought this one, this was like 4 years ago. I think it was in 2021. This was before I knew anything about Less Lethal launchers. This was before, you know, right now I'm watching like YouTube videos all the time of these in the Less Lethal community. I'm in all the Facebook groups. I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of the Less Lethal landscape, but this is the first one that I bought before I knew anything. Honestly, just because of how it looked. It's so cool. It looks like a little double barrel sawed-off shotgun. So anyways, when I got this, like I said, it was back in 2021. At that time, I think my wife and I were thinking about starting a family. So, you know, in my head, the gears started turning, and I started thinking, you know, it's not just myself and one other person that I've got to protect. We're gonna have a newborn. So, you know, just naturally, I just started thinking along the lines of, I need something, right, to protect myself and my family. And it was more of from a home defense perspective, not really self-defense, but just home defense. I know they kind of go into each other, you know, as the same thing sometimes, but I wasn't thinking like, I'm gonna carry this with me out in public, right? This is just, you know, let's say it's 3 a.m. and you hear glass break and somebody broke in. Like, this is what I thought was gonna protect us. So anyways, yeah, this is the first one that I got. Just real quick on it. It does have the push to pierce on the bottom. There's no CO2 in here right now. It's only 2 shots. So, and you actually load them right here, just manually. So, I mean, 2 shots, like, you better be a really good shot, and hopefully there's not more than one assailant. So anyways, you can see what I mean. It's not super effective. It's cool, and it's novelty, and it's fun, and I like it. I did do the mod, so I took out the air restrictor. So it does hit a lot harder now. I'm not sure exactly the feet per second it's firing at, but definitely hits harder than straight out of the box. But quick story for you guys. So after I had this launcher, maybe about, I don't know, 6 months to 9 months later, I'm outside. It's a Sunday morning, 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm walking my dog, as I do every morning. I live by a park, and basically pretty early in the morning, you know, shortly after sunrise, I take my dog out. We go for a walk around the park so, you know, he can do his thing. And I'm on this sidewalk across from the park, as I am every morning, and I notice maybe, I don't know, 100 yards away, there's a car parked along the sidewalk, and their passenger door is open. And I didn't really think much of it. I mean, I thought it was a little bit odd because it's pretty early. It's a Sunday morning. There's not anybody getting in or out of the car. There's just a door is open, right? So whatever. I guess my situational awareness was okay back then, not as good as it is now. So I'm walking, I'm getting closer to this door, and I was going to step to the side of this car just as a courtesy, because I have a large dog, I have a German Shepherd, and I don't know who's in that car. And like I said, just out of courtesy, I wanted to give them a little room if they're sitting in their car, that, you know, they don't have this big German Shepherd like scare them, walk right by them. But as I'm approaching this car, I can't see anything inside. It's like fully tinted in like the darkest tint. As I'm approaching, somebody reaches over and slams the door shut. Again, I didn't think too much of it. I just kept walking. I thought that they saw me coming, and as a courtesy to me, they closed the door so I could, otherwise I wasn't gonna be able to walk on the sidewalk. I was going to have to move over to the grass because their open door was basically covering a majority of the sidewalk. So anyways, I get past this car, no big deal. I'm walking my dog, and then I hear a car door open. No big deal. Anyways, I turn around, I do like a half turn, and I see this guy in the driver's seat get out of the car. He runs around to the front of the car, and then now he's on the sidewalk, maybe about 15 to 20 feet behind me. And at first glance, it kind of looked like he had his hand up to his ear. So I thought maybe he's on the phone, and he started saying things. So I thought he was on the phone, and I could tell the nature of his phone call wasn't good. You know, he sounded angry. He was F this, F that. So I'm like, whatever, keep walking, I'm going. But then I noticed like his voice is following me. So I turn around, I look back at him. He's not on the phone. He was never on the phone. So all the crazy stuff that he was saying was directed at me. And he keeps saying, like, the things he was saying were definitely threats. Basically, he was saying like, F me, this guy's an F, like, anyways, I won't get into the details, but basically he was also saying that my family is going to be crying at my funeral next week. So basically, you know, he's threatening to kill me. I don't know if this guy's crazy. I don't know if he's on drugs. I don't know if he has a knife, a gun. I don't know what he has. But what I do know is I'm pretty sure I have a lot more to lose than he does. So for that reason, I'm not going to engage him. I just keep walking down the sidewalk. No slower, no faster than I was before, but I just keep walking down the sidewalk. And he's still following me, and he's still saying these things about killing me, about he's going to burn my house down. Like, I have no idea who this guy is, but, you know, when I was younger, maybe like 15 years ago, I definitely would have turned around and, you know, I was young and dumb, full of testosterone. I would definitely got in this guy's face and, you know, probably reacted to what he's saying. But, you know, I'm old enough now where, like I said, I know I have probably way more to lose than that guy does. I don't even know this guy. I don't care what he's saying. It's not worth my time. Keep walking. I end up crossing the street. He didn't cross the street, but he's still yelling things at me. And I'm like, probably like 100 to 200 yards away. Like, this guy's crazy. Anyways, long story short, I finished the walk with my dog. I got home. I don't know what that guy's deal was, but it made me realize that, you know, I need something other than a launcher for home defense. I also need something with me that I can carry on me, because who knows, that guy or the next guy may want to escalate things further than just, you know, following me for a short period of, or short distance. Like I said, I crossed the street. He did not cross the street. If he would have, I don't know, you know, what would have happened at that point. But anyways, that's what made me realize that I need something that I can carry on me, and something that is more powerful, and something that can fire more than 2 projectiles before you have to reload. So I think it was maybe May or so of, I don't know when it was, guys. It was like sometime in 2023. It was either the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024, but that's when I got the Byrna LE. this was such an upgrade from the previous launcher that I had. I can now shoot 5 projectiles. I don't have to hit the bottom to activate it. As I pull the trigger, it fires. And I can carry this on me very easily. In my previous video, I mentioned I'm not super big on holsters, but I wear a crossbody bag. This thing fits in there perfectly. So that's how I ended up with the Byrna LE. Fast forward another maybe year or so, or 6 months. Like I said, I think I might have got this in the fall of 2023. So then in November, you guys already know this if you watched the last video, in November of, sorry with all these dates, but I feel it's kind of important to tell the timeline. In November of 2024, I ordered the Grimburg gavel, and after like a month or two, I found out that they were Grimburg was discontinuing the gavel, and they were going to start selling the Grimburg gavel carry. So with that being said, I was one of the first on the list to receive the Grimburg gavel carry. So actually, like I said, if you guys watched my last video, you saw that I already reviewed this launcher. I told you about the pros and cons, so I won't go over it too much right now. But anyways, I waited almost 6 months for this thing, and in the meantime, when I was waiting for this, I ordered the Pistelle X-68. Again, this one, all you have to do, hit the bottom. This one holds, I don't even know how many this holds, at least 5. I think some people drop one in, then they load up 5 more, or 6 in here. Maybe it holds 7 total. So you've got good projectile capacity. You've got a pretty quick CO2 activation. And when it comes to power, guys, this thing is the most powerful launcher that you can buy directly from the factory without having to do any kind of modifications. Now, when people talk about less lethal, this thing is the definition of less lethal. And let me explain what I mean by that. I don't carry this outside the house. I keep this in the house. This is for home defense. When I go to sleep at night, I keep it loaded. I have a CO2 in here, not activated, but I have a CO2, I've got it loaded. I keep it in the nightstand next to the bed because I think I could only justify using this much power in a situation where somebody broke into the home. Guys, they call these things less lethal because they still can be lethal, okay? If you're watching this video, you know nothing about these things, or if you're new to this or whatever it may be, I just want to say, because safety is super important to me. I think one of the most tragic things that could happen is somebody buys one of these and they don't educate themselves on the damage that they can do, or they buy this for somebody who also doesn't understand the damage that these things can do. This can kill somebody, right? It's not non-lethal, it's less lethal. Because, for example, a handgun, a firearm, if you shoot somebody with that, depending where it is, in the head, in the torso, most likely they're gonna die. This thing, it could go either way, but it definitely could take a life. So just like I said, I'm super big into safety, and if you're just getting into less lethal, you don't know about these things, I just want to let you know that this one is pretty serious, okay? So anyways, I kind of got off on a tangent there, but I wanted to show you guys what launchers I currently have, and also kind of my story that got me into less lethal. I think less lethal is in its baby stage right now. I think that this industry, this community is very small right now. I realize that, you know, there's Facebook groups, there's YouTubers, and these YouTube channels, they get a lot of views. There's a handful of YouTubers that I'm sure you guys know very well that are make videos in the less lethal community. The Facebook groups have thousands of members. But even with those things, I think the less lethal community is in the baby stages. I think it's gonna get much, much, much bigger over the years to come. I think it's very exciting to be involved with it right now. I really love the less lethal hobby. I like the launchers, I like collecting them. I like having them, knowing for the fact that they can give me peace of mind for my safety, my family's safety, and the safety of my home. So this is, that's about it, guys. That's kind of where I'm at with less lethal in general right now. I think that's pretty much going to conclude the video. Another thing that I want to show you, I showed you all the launchers. You saw all 4 of them that I have. But one thing that I would recommend to everybody out there, order this ASAP. And I'm sure you guys have seen other channels review it, but I'm going to show you mine. The Kimber Pepper Blaster. Guys, this thing is so solid. It's so concealable, more concealable than the Byrna CL any day. Nothing against Byrna CL, but this thing, you can't see it, it's too low. Guys, I put that thing in my waistband. I don't even know it's there. I can sit down with it, I can drive with it. I take it basically everywhere. I take it places that I don't really feel comfortable bringing my launcher with me, wherever that may be. I think it's better than a canister of pepper spray, but I'll do a separate review on that. I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's been a little bit longer than I expected. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions for me, leave it in the comment below. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna do more videos in the days and weeks to come. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you with the next one. Bye, take care.